Begonians, right? Some maybe of Venezuelan descent, etc. Culturally, if they want to infuse themselves with Trinidad and Tobago, right? Good morning and blessings to everyone. All praise is due to the Almighty Creator, the Creator of all things and all people, right? All of us, regardless creed, race, even what we tell ourselves as religion. If you believe in Creator and creation, we are creation. We are certainly similar in tremendously more ways than we are different. Right? I don't know how we come up with attributing such small differences to ourselves and giving them so much importance over the tremendous similarities. But maybe it is because people wish to divide people, right? People wish to divide and to rule human beings. Fellow human beings, it's not no Planet of the Apes or somebody different there. It's human beings want to rule other human beings. And therefore they find ways to divide us. They find ways to chain us up, as David Rudder sings in the song. Them smart men with the political agendas, the mind benders. Because our leader always finds a way to unite, like real leaders, not to divide. It is not by chance that Ms. Bissessa, did not swear on any religious text. She wanted to exemplify that she would lead in a certain way, and therefore she utilized the Constitution, which, we think of in a way that is broader. Still has a preamble speaking of God, of some creator. Let us understand that the Ganges don't meet the Nile. In Trinidad and Tobago, right, I don't know the statistical information, is something to check. I know Mr. Dominic Smith, Alexander Smith, young minister now in the Ministry of Artificial Intelligence and something else. I know they responsible, I believe, for this Central Statistical Office, etc. And that is an important tool for us to measure Trinidad and Tobago. But if we measure Trinidad and Tobago in terms of our, what we fondly call douglarization, I'm sure that we lead in the world. I say not sure, but I'm really sure. But I know we are up there for sure. And it is because we recognize by living with each other that we are all human. And that love transcends the petty, dotish stupidness about color, creed, whatever. And that people could fool us sometimes with that nonsense, but not all the time. Those on top of the society who manipulate and benefit the most are united regardless of the creed, race, color. What that fella sing the other day, some years ago, Devon Seals, I believe, the color is not red or yellow, the color is blue. there are people from every single creed, race, color, whatever, who subscribe to the greed and manipulation of a society for their benefit alone. So let us don't get too chained up. We are fond of our friend from the Southland who was very instructive and a bit disrespectful to the Prime Minister now, who was the Prime Minister then, right? And we quote her words sometimes because we are a place where we have the right to speak out against something that we may not like. And I encourage Trinbagonians, if there is a concern that you have, to speak out. Just don't get chained up. Just don't let people manipulate how you may feel for their benefit and to your detriment. So I say it in big. Yes, as we discussed yesterday, there's some things that are not so 100 with Mr. Modi. A couple reports, certain things that you have to look for. In his largest population in the world, a country that was split by the British, there is that challenge of power, and there's that challenge of the demographic of Muslims in India who remained. Of course, those of us who know the history and how disastrous partition was, as though one country for the Muslim, one country for the Indian, for the Hindu, sorry, and the split, and people fled from like their homes, from where they were, to go to Pakistan, which is east, and the death and destruction and instability that caused to that entire region, that caused to imagine what India, Pakistan, Bangladesh would be as a superpower if it was still united. Understand the common struggle of the what they call the global south. Understand the common struggle of BRICS. Understand, while yes, there may be a little stuff, Gujarat riots, whatever speech they say, I think infiltrators or something, he said that India is an essential part of BRICS, which is a hope. It is a hope for the global south, and it is a hope for the emerging economies. And when we say emerging economies, they're only emerging because they have been suppressed. They are greater in population size, greater in even resources and other things, but because of the legacy and the history of exploitation, they have been suppressed in certain ways. So as I played Ganges Me Denial, right, I say it in big, to borrow the words of, I can't remember her name, right? We love and we might support people, and even when somebody is a little critical of them, we still like the people who are critical of them and the person who we like as well. That is Trinbagonians. So let we don't be small-minded or close-minded in any way. So I saying it in big. Yeah, sure. I shaking Mr. Modi hand. And I think as a nation, I know we're talking about economic benefits from India, and we're talking about working together and partnerships, and also the benefits that we can derive from such a huge, tremendous global economy. I think the fourth strongest military power. You know, so many things to their name and their accolades, right? The most populous country in the world, right? Just ahead of China. But I think that India can learn even from us. India can learn from us in the way that we live with each other. I'm an Afro-Trinbagonian Muslim. I'm an Afro-Trinbagonian Muslim, whatever. I'm a Trinbagonian, I'm a human being. And seamlessly, with little issue, I could live with Trinidad and Tobago, with our brothers and sisters who come from whatever different, if we say different background. Let us exemplify that level of love and unity. Go ahead, caller. Morning. Morning.
Will you greet somebody in Jesus' name? Will you tell them that you love them in Jesus' name? Can work together in Jesus' name. Everybody smile. Jesus loves you. Everybody smile. Jesus loves you. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. And I'm sure that Jesus, peace be upon him, loves that caller as I love her as well. Just giving of herself, you know, contributing continuously with love. Even though her little understanding may have a little difference to whatever religious understanding I may think or have. Simple. Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Morning, Darren.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning. I call to say good morning to Shak Lady, and good morning to Manu, and the whole title, good morning. And Trinidad and Tobago, everybody have a blessed day. Okay? Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you very much. You too have a blessed day. Good morning, Manu. Good morning to everyone, right? Wherever you are, some are here still. Some pass through once in a while. And, you know, others have come as well. Love to everybody. And I am happy that, yes, some individuals, some important, because we're all important as members of this society as well, have raised whatever concerns that they have raised. That is important because we are also a country that does not tolerate religious or racial supremacy at all. We're sensitive to it. So if we suspect that someone from somewhere or even here pushing that kind of vibes or has acted that way in the past or been even complicit, we stand up against those things. We stand up against that. So we are more than entitled to express our little concerns. but we are also intelligent enough to look at a bigger picture. We are also intelligent enough. We are just as intelligent as the Ghanaians who, gave Mr. Modi a tremendous welcome. This ain't no partisan issue. This ain't no politicking issue, to be honest. And we should be very careful in how we welcome people as guests. And we should exemplify. We should exemplify as an example in the whole world of what multiculturalism, multi-ethnic, multiracial harmony is. We should be pleased for our Afro-Trinbagonians and our Indo-Trinbagonians and our Douglas mix from both and others and little other groups as well. Blessings to the Chinese, the Lebanese, the Syrian, the whoever else, right? We should be so happy to display that to Mr. Modi, and maybe he could gain something from us. Always studying what we could get from India. Study what they could get from us too. Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Well, yes. Good morning. Imam Fuad Abubakar.
Good morning, brother. Welcome.
Rajiv, good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. I want to make a little confession this morning to all ears on the radio as the president of Trinidad and Tobago Villager Organization, LIB, Liberal Independent Brotherhood. I want to make an announcement this morning that I will retract the consciousness of pushing too hard on the award. Because the fact remains is that I deal with some intelligent minds like yours yesterday. I put the mind together and recognize that it is a good thing to leave that alone and let the award pass. In respect that presently right now in the whole diaspora, Africa is needed in such a way, and India and all is needed in such a way that we could bring it home and we get some trade, and eventually we end up with the utilizing in the position of the BRICS and the African Bank, and all these things will come in. I think our mother will give it's like it's a prize, but at the same time, we should look to recognize where we could make some benefit over the whole thing. So all who agree with me earlier on, and all who disagree, I'm making the confession that right now, the privilege is there for us to work and gain something in that position, because we really need, especially we're not economically viable at the present moment. So I think we will go along with it a day or 2 days, but in the set to come, we have no problem with the Indian-African relationship, because in many respects, we vote for unity. So we are aware of that. So we didn't have a problem with that. What we had a problem with is the award. And since it reached a point that I get a good understanding, accept the award and let us move on. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Imam Fuad Abubakar. Until later.
Yeah, man. Blessings. Thank you, President. You see, when a man is a big man, right, he's a big man. You see, when you become an adult, you must put aside your childish ways. And you're a big man or a big woman if when you recognize that, hey, you think about something a little bit and, all right, this might be the better course, let me change my mind or change what I was saying or thinking, and you are humble enough to do that, you are a big man or a big woman, as we say it in this society, right? We have to be willing to think, first of all, And then we have to be able to think about it again. What happened? You feel I right all the time? You feel I can't make mistakes? Who is me? Who is you? We don't know everything. And sometimes we think of things from a certain perspective and we miss things. I tell Oli, I admit yesterday, I say when I first of all saw it, or the day before, when I first of all saw the visit, I was like, what is this going on? Is this... I reach out. I call a couple people to understand their perspective. I went online and I researched before formulating an opinion, before opening this stupid thing that we have in front of we that has caused so much problems. Least I open my mouth and remove all doubt. You see how much thing I do before I come and talk. And still, I could still come and make a mistake. So, we have something to share with Modi, Prime Minister Modi today. And let us share that. Let us share that you can unite people with leadership, that the power of unifying people on a common perspective of strength and growth and love and harmony is more powerful than dividing and ruling. Is more powerful than separating and supremacy. Understand what those who exploited us, all of us, Indians, Africans, right? Is exploitation that brought us to these shores. Indigenous people in Trinidad and Tobago, the ancestors of those indigenous people, good morning and blessings to you all. Exploited as well. Decimated. It is their agenda to keep dividing us. Think about the tremendous force that India and Pakistan united would be. And Bangladesh. Think about how much that was one of the most thriving civilizations was that area there, that Indian area, that warmth. People thrive, fruits and trees and water, with rivers, fresh water, thriving, just like Africa. So, their only objective and their only execution of supremacy has been through divide and rule. And we have to stop being pawns to their game. So we ain't taking no game with PNM, nobody. No game from nobody. We take the break and we'll be back.
Tune in to The Street 919 FM for Gospel in the Bone Ministry every Sunday from 7:05 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. for the program God's Last Warning Message. Hosea chapter 4 says, "Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood toucheth blood." Remember, every Sunday from 7:05 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. for the program God's Last Warning Message with Gospel in the Bones Ministry, right here on The Street 919 FM.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on The Street 919 FM.
At Attention business owners. Are you looking to reach a vast audience and boost your brand's visibility? Then look no further. The Street 919 FM is here to help you shine. With over 170,000 followers on our social media platforms, our radio station is the perfect platform to showcase your products and services. Join us and let your message be heard by thousands of eager listeners. Contact us now to learn more about our affordable advertising packages. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to connect with your target audience. Advertise with the Street 919 FM today. For more information, call 399-5959, 384-2232, or 378-1470.
Are you searching for answers to life's questions? Those things that disturb and concern you the most? Why all the wickedness? Why the suffering in the world? Will it end? Who is responsible? Well, if so, join us right here on The Street 91.9 FM every Sunday from 5 to 6 p.m. with Brother Samuel Gooding and Roland White, where we open the Bible and find answers to all these things and more. For it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God.
J.E. Guide Funeral Home and Crematorium Limited is a family-friendly funeral service provider serving the nation for over 75 years. We provide at-need and pre-need services at our two locations, 120 Coffee Street, San Fernando, and Craignish Village, Princestown. Contact us at any time at 235-5049 and 652-4261, or find us on Facebook and Instagram. We are family-driven, family-centered.
Whatever you want, it's at Comfort Inn and Suites. We have it all. Buffet breakfast and $99 lunch specials. Tuesday date night, Wednesday ladies night, Friday karaoke, and Saturday barbecue. Celebrate your birthday, anniversary, or just treat yourself to a night out. Pamper yourself at the spa or book a day room to rest and retreat. We have it all at Comfort Inn and Suites. Find us on social media. Call 612-3835 or WhatsApp 466-2478. Comfort Inn and Suites.
We rollin' big when the jackpot hit. We rollin' big when the jackpot hit. We rollin' big when the jackpot hit. Play way fast cash, that is the fit. We rollin' big. Fast cash and play way take win. No extra spend, just vibes and luck. Play way and fast cash turn up. We rollin', yes we rollin' big. Fast cash and play way take win. Mega mix or monster pick. Jackpot from 10,000 quick.
Jackpot starting at $10,000 have now been added to NLCB's Playway and Fast Cash games. Wager on Playway Mega Mix or Fast Cash Monster Draw for a chance to win the jackpot after every draw. Don't miss out. Visit NLCBgames.com for details. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly.
Every child is created for excellence. Release the natural intelligence from every child with the IBG educational products. Just listen to these testimonies.
He wanted to read to show me what he can read in one day time. We get through the program and then she make real good marks.
And she's singing the song. She liked the song too bad.
And they were really excited. It's success in no time for them.
For the IBG educational products, we guarantee instant learning to all.
This is about the best thing I've seen.
Extremely well.
At IBG, we project the young minds of today to be leaders tomorrow. Just call us at 330-1384 or WhatsApp us at the same number, 330-1384. Delivery at your door. Find us on Facebook and Instagram. Start working from at home with the IBG educational products and send them out to school as champions.
Are you tired of scratching the surface? Do you want to understand the real forces shaping Trinidad and Tobago? From the delicate dance of our energy sector on the global stage, to the geopolitical shadows behind the crime affecting our streets, we dig deeper. The third umpire goes beyond the headlines. We connect the dots between local challenges and the international currents that truly impact your life, your wallet, your security. Join Stephen Matheson, Selvin Mitchell, and Ronaldo Rollux, 3 employment law and human resource management consulting professionals, as they unpack the complexities, analyze the power plays, and reveal the often hidden realities. Understand the game. Understand your role in it. The Third Umpire, critically analyzing Trinidad and Tobago's economic and political realities on how they affect your daily lives. Tune in Monday to Friday at 4 p.m. on The Street 919 FM. Don't just listen to the news. Understand it.
Planning your Tobago getaway? Choose the highest Google-rated car rental company on the island, O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago. Located just minutes from the A&R Robinson International Airport, at O'Neill, we pride ourselves on being the most tech-savvy car rental company in Tobago. Our process is 100% digital. No paperwork, no long lines. From easy pickup to seamless returns, renting a car in Tobago has never been simpler. WhatsApp us now at 1-868-361-1042 to book your vehicle. Don't forget to mention promo code RADIO2 to receive a 5% discount on your rental. Send a WhatsApp message to 1-868-361-1042 today. That's 1-868-361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago, the easiest, most reliable car rental experience on the island.
Vehicle availability is subject to change. Driver must be at least 25 years old and have a valid driver's license to book. For more information, visit www.rentalcartobago.com.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282 or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Blessings in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You are invited to listen to the Final Hour broadcast heard every Monday from 12 midnight to 5 a.m. in the morning on The Street 919 FM radio. Here my mom, Pastor Helen Garcia, and myself, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the Word of God to the elderly, youth, and children. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444. The church is located at 26 Prince Street in Port of Spain. We look forward to you joining us. God bless you.
As my life I lay it on the altar, as my life.
The Gap Man Limited specializes in products that cater to all your health needs. The Male Enhancement Package targets the areas of the body that contribute to erectile dysfunction. The Male Enhancement costs $1,400. The Gap pills are priced at 250 pills for $500 and 500 pills for just $900. For the best in eye care, get the super combination of a Super Bright and the Body Healer. To improve the heart's function and circulation, get the Gap pills and Formula C. To get a total body cleanse daily, use the Gap Body Healer and Big C, all for a super low price of $1,300. To order your products from the Gap Man Limited, call 628-4531 for products that cater to all your health needs.
For more info, contact 476-7268.
The presence of oxygen is absolutely the absence of disease. Most chronic diseases that plague us are not happening to us, but is happening within us. We're literally eating ourselves to death, which means we're not living longer, we're dying longer. Join fitness expert Aloy Johnson, the founder of the healthiest corner on earth, located at number 92 East Drive, Chamfleur, every Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. live on The Street 919 FM, where he shows you that healing the body's temple is easier than anyone would have led you to believe.
Hi there, I'm Lester Suglal, inviting you to join me on the first, second, and third Saturday, 8:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. for the program Slow Gospel Music, and on the 4th and 5th Saturday from 8:30 p.m. for an extended version of Slow Gospel Music on Street 91.9 FM.
The wait is finally over. The Street 919 FM is powering up its digital presence with the launch of its vibrant new website, www.thestreet919fm.com. Now you can take the energy of the street with you wherever you go. Immerse yourself in a dynamic world of the hottest music, thought-provoking talk shows, exclusive interviews, and non-stop entertainment. Stay informed with the latest news updates and essential information, all just a click away. Don't miss out on being part of the Street 919 FM community online. Head over to www.thestreet919fm.com today and experience the rhythm of the street like never before.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Good morning, good morning. I think I could get away with just the intro.
Let me tell you a story about their pain and their glory. Oh yeah. Many rivers flow to this naked eye, bringing fear and pain, but also a brand new style. And of all these rivers that shape this land, two mighty ones move like a sculptor's hand. And today those hands across the land, man, is still landscaping. And there's no doubt we can work it out, there is no escaping. As the river flows, there are those who will change its passage. But every common man got to understand up and send a message. So put up your hand if you understand. Now come, see how we moving.
Just a tremendous song. Politicians again, Politicians would have used that song in the past on numerous occasions. And I hope they listen to it. I hope they understand it. Because many politicians utilize certain concepts for their benefit. And it is because they misunderstand what leadership is about. It is not about supremacy. It is not about me, I am on top of you, or I am in control or in charge of you. Leadership is about service. Leadership is about service. It is not about supremacy. The master is the one who serves. The last to eat and drink. Not the one to sit down and cock up the foot and be served. Go ahead, call him. Morning.
Hey, morning, my brother. Mr. Abubakar. I got it to you.
And welcome, blessings.
Yeah. Mr. President Villager, I apologize for being right. Yeah? If Gandhi was coming to China, it would be my pleasure to give him a word. A man who changing things. You understand? Not to buying ammunition and leaving people and still have poverty going on in the country. Look at the African presidents and them changing things. Them sending the oppressive culture and oppressing out of the country. They don't want them. These are the people that they have the well-taken man highest award to the man who the economy emerging, yes. But only buying all the army, getting bigger and bigger, and still have people, real people, millions of people suffering the same way in India. I want to give my highest award to what? If Gandhi was coming, he gets in the highest award. I don't mind. I close my eye. It will be my pleasure to give him that. Not no people who are pressing people still by all they get real, all they just following massive the system to do what?
All they get serious, boy. You got to change the world, boy. You got to change the earth, boy. And let them big boys and them oppressing people. No way you time with you now. You understand? You have to change things. You don't know highest level to nobody who still oppressing people, boy. All they just going one way and thinking next way, and then thinking next way. All they get serious and walk on one path. All they not feeling our body.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much for your contribution, brother. Yeah, and I hear that argument as well, right? Because there are some people who would say, you know, there are certain things in the Indian society that is not 100%, but which society is 100%, and there are challenges that he would face over the 11 years of his tenure. His 11 years, yeah, as prime minister, that it will take time to deal with, and he's dealing with it. You know. Go ahead, caller.
Morning, Paul. Morning.
Morning, welcome, go ahead.
Yeah. Now, where's the big all the ball thing with getting that man award? That was means nothing wrong with getting the man the award, you know. Because that man, he just passing through, you know nothing. We don't know he originally. Because he's an Indian. The time people who get an award in Trinidad, they don't deserve the award. And I telling you, see between Stuart, Keith Rowley, and both of them, I'd rather get a man award than any one of them. Yeah, boy.
For sure. All right. Blessings. Them fellas not on the list, caller. Them fellas not on the list for award at all. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Alpaka. How you going, man?
I did not too bad at all, man.
Cool. I see you in Tobago, man. Island crashers. Yeah.
Yeah, man, of course. Every year, it was their 10th year in Tobago, and I've been working with them for 6 years now, man. Some really nice young people.
No, my daughter was there. I would drop she up and thing, and first time she ever, you know.
Yeah, man, nice. I hope she enjoyed the experience totally.
What I was really concerned about was the security, but it was the par. I was amazed at the level of security and the police and thing, how they had the event under control, and you know, nothing, no kind of stupidness and thing to have concern for the kids.
No problems whatsoever, right? So I take in credit for that too, because I'm part of the security team, right?
Nice. Yeah, it was flawless from what I could see, and because remember the party is all like 4 in the morning, these kind of times, so parents would be concerned, you know.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. First, I had some concern and thing, but after the first night, like the Friday night and thing, I was, you know, a little more relaxed when I went driving in the place and see how they had the security and the police and them set up, and
man.
Yeah, she in good hands.
Yeah, man.
I listened to a previous caller talk about Modi and oppression and all kind of thing. I just wonder if these people that drink so early in the morning and don't realize what they're really talking about and make sensible contribution that is factual. This is a man that is leading the largest democracy in the world and has taken India from one state to probably one of the most growing economy in the world, and elevating their population and the diversity and everything that he has created for the Indian population. Plus, them don't realize how much aid India, the center countries in Africa and all these kind of thing, and nobody don't hear about these kind of thing. Now he talking about oppression and Modi oppressing people and all this kind of thing. He wasn't living in Trinidad and Tobago for the last 10 years. And he not listening to any of the debate that is taking place in Parliament. We have over 10,000 people in this country, in an oil-rich country, fighting for CPEP survival.
Yeah, but I understand your point as well, but it may be that if he could call back, he would speak about the oppression that was taking place then. But what you were saying specifically is that there are some little concerns in India underneath Mr. Modi's prime ministership. And there have been issues. I mean, it's tough, is the largest population in the world, is the largest democracy. Listen, they have been left. Remember, there's a legacy of exploitation and oppression in that country left by the British. There was partition. There was... So that destruction in itself, the caste system that has its remnants there still. Now the uplifting of hundreds of millions of people is challenging from poverty, So, sorry, I lost you there. So we have to understand what is taking place, and of course, India would be spending money on increasing their ability militarily, because we live in a world that is increasingly hostile. So sometimes your defense is to strengthen yourself, and we as well as human beings should understand that. For a matter of fact, in Trinidad, we understand that you are to strengthen yourself, to keep yourself and all safe, not to take advantage of nobody. Go ahead, caller. Sorry.
Yes, that is internal. That what I was speaking about there, that's happening. Hindus and Muslims fighting in India very long time. We talking about the world stage. That's what we speaking about. This man ain't going around like Israel and bombing country, and India have nuclear weapons. This is not about that. Let me focus and see what fruit is coming out of this visit. Because if this visit is a fanfare, I will be so disappointed. I will be so mad. Because I know what India have. What we have.
You looking for benefits, Kingsley?
Yes.
All right.
Bread and butter.
All right.
I want to see our Minister Energy signing documents. I want to see our Minister Tourist signing documents. I want to see ministers line up with India ministers. Are we signing things on the media day? Are we making deals? We making deals. Kamala must say, India, from that thing, we get 2 billion, we get 4 billion. After that, she must come and tell us how much money she gets from that visit. This visit is not for a fanfare. I support the visit. Because I understand what India have. And this man today, Fuad, he is touring 8 different countries. Our country is second on the list. Then he going to Argentina after, and then he have a summit to go with BRICS, and then go and talk about the BRICS money, trying to mash up the US dollars, but the US dollars. India today is lending money, billions of dollars. India is lending to different countries around the world, and they are lending it in the US too. Same like China, they are lending millions and billions of dollars, but they are lending the money in US. India today is lending money to the world. India so developed with technology. Come on, man. Focus, man. Focus. When I call her the mother of the Caribbean, the Prime Minister of Barbados, Miss Motley, I call her the mother of the Caribbean. When Muti go there and Muti visit, she given the highest award, that the mother of the Caribbean. When he went to Guyana, the Caribbean country, he get the highest award. When he went down in the Middle East, he get the highest award. And he didn't do nothing. But it's to show appreciation, to show that our country is committed and loving, and we willing to do business, trade. I'm speaking about investment. I want to hear that after this meeting Friday morning, our Prime Minister quarters for us and say, yes, from India, we getting 5 billion, 50 billion, 60 billion.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you very much, Kingsley. You look, I hear you, and I hope, I know the Prime Minister probably hear you already too. I sure that some of those things come in, man. Blessings. Yeah, man, the line's busy, so I want to give everybody an opportunity. Go ahead, caller.
Yes, Mr. Bakker, just give me 1 minute. I heard a man saying, I make a statement. I heard a man saying, because I'm Indian. I say, the German say, if Gandhi come, I give you all with pleasure. So why you must be saying that? And next one volunteer invested in food. We are supposed to have and thinking of me that we send food to. So all these little petty things, them coming with, then we have to start looking beyond. African Bank was coming on the blanket. We talking about when they're lending people money. So that's what they want. And just lending people money. They don't want the African Bank. We're not saying for the African Bank.
Yeah, and we're working towards getting the African Exim Bank in Trinidad. Yeah. It's not a matter of that. It's not a matter of that. But I understand you.
I just showed you how they must pick out the petty things to make a point. All beyond that, I talking about oppression. I talking about people who changing the system of the world, who want to change it. That is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but what I also want to put to you...
I like to my brother, you understand?
Yeah.
You explain them, and I like to too, because the oppression we talking about. You're talking about nice boy thing. I'm talking about serious thing here, what's going on in the world there. And that is like talking about how these big countries, how oppressing little countries and them, boys. That's like talking about, boys. What are you talking about?
All right.
All you're making sense of all of you said that you want to call him. My son, you have a good day.
Yeah, you too. Have a blessed day, right? And this is what I was also saying as well, caller, right? So don't miss that India is part of BRICS, which is the global answer to Western imperialism, so to speak, right? Which represents the people of the South, so to speak, the more populous people, the global South, who are categorized and classed as third class, the people who are trying to emerge, who have been exploited and suppressed. That is why his efforts have been so strong to even unify with countries in Africa, to work with them. So we have to just be a little bit careful about what people tell us about others. If you believe what people tell only about me, or they might even listen to my radio program, right? So just be careful, because sometimes, there may be misconceptions within it, there may be truth, but there also may be an exaggeration of issues as well. But understand India's role in the world today. Understand that up to the other day, is a balancing act. There were Indians who were fighting with the Russian army, a couple, and then they had an issue with it, and they tried to stop some, and all kind of things in the world. You have a balancing act here. You don't want to aggravate Western powers, America, too much, but it's part of BRICS. It's challenging, right? So careful what we say about others. You get the opportunity. Sorry about that. Morning.
Good morning.
My brother, welcome always.
You see what I'm telling you about, we have to start to look for a third party from now. But we support the Prime Minister still, but please don't take kindness for weakness. We're not on that. All I want to know is this man coming here, he getting the highest award, explain to the country what the award is about and why he getting it. That is all.
Yeah, man.
Have a blessed morning.
Yeah, man, you too. And I think they have explained it to a certain extent. They have explained it. They have also outlined all of the other 21 countries which have given him the highest award. I think there are 160-something or thereabouts, a little bit more countries in the world. And he has been given the award in his 11 years of being a prime minister, the highest award by 21 different countries. So it's part of diplomacy as well. is love. Is love, right? Go ahead, caller.
For more possible to work in there.
If working what?
Possible controlling the border. I call and since yesterday, me getting through. I got to thank God. I got to forward. I see that business. I see that God moody day. I see me from that. I congratulate your brothers and sisters. Give them the highest award to show an appreciation to the people and them. I ain't gonna die in them before you have piano while you and you know. 9 years rolling power. You ever on black leaders? He went Ghana, he come back with 2,000 yam seeds. So you the trip you come in here, you go benefit the Trinidad and Tobago. Because Ghana, India is our world power. So you looking out for the best trip. You see that race with them piano man and there? I look to understand, my blood.
Yeah. All right. Blessings, brother. I giving you another bite of the cherry, President. Welcome.
Yeah, I agree with that in your thoughts there, because I lay the foundation for compromise. But I got none. In recognition of your position, I want to tell you, Rome was and still is a criminal nation to the world. The Jews, to some effect, whoever they are now, are still. Right now, the compromise and because I know retribution or nothing. The compromise then basically, I went in the dictionary, understand the two words, and honor and award, and come out and show the country where award was so and so prize. I decide yesterday in all our program, you was around in the program you heard that I tackle a great man out here together with Pured Abubakar in the morning, and out of yesterday I recognize where the benefit outweigh the losses. So in that respect, a compromise to the situation, because under trade, under all the factors of what is, as it is called, trade relation, it is necessary that we compromise in this circumstances and let the thing happen. We know we're looking for unity not only in Trinidad and Tobago, but across the diaspora, and Indian is black too, whether you like it or not. So let us leave that alone. Let the movies come. Let the award happen. It is that we have to do to progress ourselves. Let us do it. God, man, I hear you, but leave it alone. Thank you. Leave it alone. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much, President. Right? Just getting a little feedback while I'm trying to figure out where. But we have to be conscious that there is not a perfect human being on the face of the earth, and that there are issues that we are going to find with every single leader as well, and we are entitled to raise whatever concerns. I see in the Express this morning, Muslim groups press PM on Modi, and just a couple Muslim groups would like the Prime Minister to raise concerns about discrimination and prejudice against Muslims in India during her bilateral talks. And I mean, I don't know if that's exactly the forum, right? I don't know how, if it can be managed, but this is Trinidad and Tobago, and Trinidad and Tobago is such that we do not like discrimination against any other group at all. and we can identify, even though some of us may not be Muslim, for example, we can still identify and stand against discrimination on a Muslim. Likewise, I am not a East Indian, well, Trinbagonian with heritage from India, but I will not tolerate somebody discriminating against another person because their heritage or their parents are East Indian or something like that. I am not Venezuelan, but I will not tolerate somebody discriminating against an individual just because they are from Venezuela or something of the sort. We don't tolerate that. Right? And nothing is wrong with expressing that because that is part of who we are as Trinbagonian. Morning caller, welcome.
Morning, Mr. Abubakar. This morning you played a song by David Rudder where he said those with the agenda and those people who are mind benders. The first time I really get caught into the song itself, it's very powerful. And the mind benders and those with the agenda, right? And in Trinidad, there are a lot of people who are mind benders, you know. A lot of people with their own agenda.
Yeah.
You have to be very careful. And the issue with respect to people, when people speak to you, you have to critically analyze what they're telling you. You have to, people make statements, you read the newspaper. You have to ask what, how, why, where, and do your research. You don't speak and then try to go and do research. You research before, you question what they're saying. Is that true? Is what is you have? And in fact, this is where reading and coming, keeping abreast of what is taken, not just nationally but internationally, becomes very important. Yes, the man from India, Moody. Yes, there's been accusation about certain oppressive action on his part, but unrepressive. But the fact remains is that what has been done? What has been done in India? What has been done among other countries to have that matter resolved? What steps have been taken? You don't know because you read it. Has the matter been taken before the United Nations? The world body? What action? So tell me, I want to know. Because I knew for a fact that a number of bodies within India and outside of India would have called on him to give account of the aggression or the ills that might have been perpetrated or allegedly perpetrated by him. And these matters have been looked into. So you, Trinidad and Tobago here, you down here, yes, let the thing take its course. You join yourself into it as a small country and talking about Moody this and you don't want Moody here coming and no award and all that, not understanding international politics, not understanding diplomacy, not understanding international relations, and therefore you tire because you don't have all the knowledge, all the information. And this is where we find ourselves, and you have a lot of people all in the square, all about the place, spewing a lot of nonsense. And you running with that all over the place and Moody this and we want this and we want that because it sounds good.
Yeah.
It sounds good to some people. But partner, hello?
The statement is if you want the freedom of speech, then you have to have the responsibility of thought. It cannot be that we just want to talk and we're not going to do what is due and diligent in order to speak about something. We have to pay the price of research. We have to pay the price of critical thinking. If we want to open these two things in front of the mouth that has caused plenty problems. You know?
Mr. Abubakar, I want to just say this thing, and this thing has been going on for quite some time. Most of the people, not all, some of the people, and it don't happen with some people who would have gone to higher tertiary education, but most of us, depending on who say what, they take that and they run that, some on the radio, whatever, nobody can ask no question. They're just all about this place doing nonsense. They're not thinking independently. And that is the problem with Trinidad. We have to help those people to grow. If we don't do that, we remain in that quagmire that we find ourselves today, you know. When a minister say this, if Gonzalez say this, that is it. And Gonzalez, and that is what it is. They're not understanding sometimes that these people have their own agenda. some of these people are mind benders. They have to understand that. Some of them, as we said, they manipulate the minds of the people. That is the agenda because they benefit from it.
Yeah.
That is all I want to tell on you people. You people critically ask when these people come, what, why, how, when, where, and all these questions, and do your research. Read.
Yeah.
Go on the internet. You have a cell phone in front of you. Utilize that. You have an abundance of information there that you can obtain.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, man. Thank you. Thank you very much. You have to be careful what you read, right? Who write it? What their agenda is. Because mind benders, David Redder's song is so deep. Go ahead, call. Morning.
Yeah, Mr. Baka, just 1 minute. I never said Indian yet. All my talk I talk. I never said Indian yet, you know. I with these people coming from those race and agenda, and I understand that.
Yeah. Don't study that, door. And to most of the callers, we have that clear. Most of the people.
They're talking about we go and search and man, this. I know all years, and then who's your person? I know them. So all the cats come to me and tell me that, all they talk all the big proper English and this and that, like all that, this big education. You understand? But all they don't use. You see, these people and them is who are we yesterday. Or them who call themselves with a nice talk on phone and this and that.
No, but listen to my caller. Listen to me as well. Caller, what I was saying is that also, right, while there are issues, internally, some issues with Mr. Modi, and I know you had spoken about the amount of arms and stuff you would be purchasing and stuff like that, right? I also tried to explain that he's also part of this alignment of BRICS. He's a integral part of it, which is challenging the Western imperialism of the world, you know, that old order. So he is someone who he is very challenging in the world today. You know, you have to balance yourself because you have serious consequences.
I don't have enough money to what I'm saying. It's about a lot of things.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about this man, and I'm with what I know. You understand what you know?
Right. Okay.
I'm not talking about what I'm talking about. Don't pick up my highest award and give no oppressor. You understand what I'm saying? You can give him an award. That will worry me, but not my highest award. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand your opinion. No problem. All right.
And I'm never racist. I never say Indian, and I never say that yet.
I understand what you're saying.
Although be choosing words about people and people trying to put out a message for people to understand what's going on in the world. And when I just come out, man, my son has a God morning.
You too. Right. So I understand your perspective. It's not from a perspective of race or anything like that. What he's saying is that because of what he views as some of the oppressive actions that this individual prime minister, I think most of the accusations were before he was prime minister, and during his campaign, I think he said certain words that people did not like either. That is why he's thinking that he should not get the highest award, and that's fine. We have our opinion, but the award itself is not so much for that, for the mistakes, obviously, or the wrongs that he has allegedly done, because there were investigations into the Gujarat riots, etc., that cleared him. But the award is because he represents a country, and he also, in his capacity as Prime Minister, has done tremendous work throughout the world, diplomatically, aid and otherwise. So let's understand that. Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Good morning, son. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Johnny, just listen to your program. God bless you. I must say that first.
God bless you too.
What brought them? The people of Trinidad and Tobago, they would remain just as how they is, according to Rowley. He called them stupid. It looked like they're really stupid because I is an old granny. any prime minister from the world who is invited to any country to help a country will go to the country. What the people of Trinidad have against this holy man coming to help this country? They're talking about the award. Why he got the highest award? Well, if any Trinidadian could have done what he had done to the people in the world, they could have gotten the same thing anyway that he had got. A man who was selling tea by the roadside. A man who washed the dishes in people's house. Coming to help Trinidad and Tobago. If they want to know why he's coming, I know it a whole week now. It's on all the news. But if they didn't want to know it, they will take a mustard grain and make it a mountain. Because I don't know if the man then seen so well. He said it many times. And 3 other ministers with him. He didn't come in to take nothing from Trinidad and Tobago. He was the first man in the world. The African president said that, God bless him, that he sent the vaccine to Africa when they didn't make any yet. But they don't ask for it. They say, in a what? In a time of need. That is how they call the Prime Minister of India. Guyana asked for it. They got it right away. That was the first country in the world to make good vaccine. Rowley said he's not begging. He's going to bring the African vaccine and he's going to take that it never reached. He gave the people the Chinese vaccine and nearly quarter of them dead with it and 20 remain crippled. So when people is against a man coming to help a country that Rowley couldn't do, Eric William couldn't do, that bring along the country. Chambers was a good man, and they bring the foreign news car. I mean, come straight, it have race in this, it have politics in this. Why you hate the man? Let me tell you something, son.
You sound like my father. My father said Chambers is a good man.
Very good.
Yeah. I mean, that's way before I am a young man, so I didn't really know, but I just saying
yes. As a good man, when Chambers went to the aquarium, oil was booming.
Yeah.
He did nothing to the country. That is why it was not Indian come out. It wasn't Chinese come out. It wasn't Spanish come out. You know who come out when they see the country money go in? The Black Power 1970. The only Indian that was Rafiq Shah. And he was the bravest man because to see what Eric William was doing with the country money.
Yeah,
and separating the people. So when this man comes to Trinidad, I am saying that this morning, I have 3 opportunities to go to see him. I have it by where he going to the hotel. I have where he going to the cycling place. Another one. I wanted to see a good man. But I cannot go. Granny cannot stand up so long. You cannot have a phone with you, you know. So it's a discomfort for me. I am in my house and get those type of opportunities.
I will shake his hand on your behalf, Granny. Right? Blessings to you.
No, listen this.
Go ahead.
God bless you. And we must be thankful a man like that put him put on the soil. America, England, and Canada said, don't come here. And there are thousands in India stand up with this man. When the Jammu and Kashmir trouble was there, 28 people dead, 100 and something dead in a bus going to a pilgrimage. Thousands of Muslims, nearly the whole Indian Muslims stand up with Narendra Modi ji. And they have a reason why they call him Sri. And his name is Narendra Modi. And they have a reason why they put G in the back of it. So Trinidadians are really, according to Rowley, they are really stupid. A man coming like that to help your country. He didn't come in for an award, but if you come to my house, I will offer you a cup of water, a meal of food. If I have fruits, I will tell you to carry some. Gratitude. Yeah?
Yeah.
So I must thank you very much. I must be grateful for this. So people should be grateful. Pharmaceutical things coming here free.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very, very much. Yeah, and India, of course, is a leader in the pharmaceutical industry as well. Yes, of course, we did mention that Barbados and our dear Prime Minister, Miss Mia Mottley, has seen our Prime Minister always, also, although we have a Prime Minister here, but we just take some claim to her as well. You know, gave Mr. Modi the highest award as well. You know, and his assistance was tremendous to Barbados and to other countries during COVID and outside of COVID with other issues as well. Let's understand things. I don't know the history of Mr. Modi, where he came from. It would be inspiring if he came from humble beginnings as well. Go ahead, caller.
Hello, what?
Short and sweeter?
Yeah, very short. Yeah, what now? I know you're a righteous man, but do something for me. If you could name one PNMites in the last 10 years in high office that deserve re-award, well, don't get him money. All right.
Use real trouble, you know. Use real trouble. Use real kicks. Let me think about it. Last 10 years, God boy, 10 years alone, you can't go back further. Posthumous award or something. Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Morning again, Mr. Baka.
Morning, brother. Welcome again. Short and sweet.
We could go back about 60-something years from Eric William days, and still none of them are qualified for it.
Oh God. My father, again, I have few people I trust, right? And I really don't trust nobody, because sometimes you can't trust yourself, right? But my father used to say Morris Marshall is a good man. So posthumously, we give him an award. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah. Well, let me tell you something. People don't understand geopolitics. You could imagine you bring one of the world leader, recognized world leader right now in this century that we live in, and give him a second-class award in a little pipsqueak country like Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
You know, that is more like a disgrace, you know. That insult to the man, you know.
Yeah.
To give him, we all carry him in Masana Bahar and give him an award.
Yeah. Well, they're learning though. We're learning. Because of us having this interaction as well this morning, we're learning. And it have big people out here like President, who's a big man. I give you respect for being. What really is a big man is when you're able to listen, understand sometimes, and change your position if you were not sure, you were not, you know. And that's we're learning today. So don't worry yourself. Sometimes we don't know everything. But I think Trinbagonians at times, human beings, sometimes we talk a little bit more than we listen sometimes.
You see, people see things conveniently. They're talking about Modi. But we doing more trade in Trinidad and Tobago with a communist country, China, where have more oppression to their own people. And do you know how to treat Muslim in China? They have them living in a kind of secluded village in China. That they don't have a voice, they don't have anything. Recently they came out and tried to make a little protest. They were brutalized and put back into that system there. So we must think before we talk, because they could say what they want to know. Everybody does know. At the end of the day, it has always come down to some kind of racist agenda with the way we think and believe in this country, because that's how we was groomed from the time we became independent, to see things differently by the way we look, segregate us by the geographic location that we come from, so that you would remain a clean-cutter child, not privileged to the education of the same people who live in a different part of the country, because they just, and you could be as bright as a bulb, you would always be termed, hey, you're from Barakpur, you're from Penal, you're from this, so you have to remain like a agricultural inclined person, not the educated, elevated ones. And that's what happened to us from the time we became independent under the government that we'll get rid of. Remember?
It probably was taking place before we became independent, and it was just continued thereafter. Understand?
Well, I just always say, our constitution is based on the colonial master. We just take it over. We never did a constitution for Trinidad and Tobago to empower the people and lift the people. We always had a constitution to keep the people who controlling protected, so they could be as corrupted as they want. There's nothing to hold them accountable for. You understand? And remember, I said a man say he was the greatest salesman in the world. He go enter around the world in 10 years like Passepartout. What have he sell from Trinidad and Tobago? What economic value he has brought to Trinidad and Tobago in 10 years that he went and sell Trinidad and Tobago around the world? A bag of yam seed, that's all. And they want to give the award? Have a good morning.
I don't think it have anybody want to give him an award, right? Thank you very much. Yeah, so we have to critically think about things. It is a very interesting topic because it forces us to dive into the reality of ourselves. It forces us to dive into some of the issues that we have been programmed to have. It forces us to think about, where we come from, and not where we come from in terms of the geographic world where we came from, but the circumstances in which we came from, and then the concepts that were really pushed into our minds. Because it is those concepts. You could change the constitution, but if you believe in your mind certain things, you are not even going to empower the Constitution to uplift you. You are going to continue to think in a way that is regressive and keeps yourself down. So, go ahead, caller. Morning.
Morning, Mr. Barker.
Sorry, welcome. Go ahead.
Nice. Black man get up. Black man stand. Black man, you better listen. My friends, especially African people, when you go to work, give a fair day's respect. Get yourselves involved in things that is conducive to good living. Join a credit union. Invest. Save. My friends, we need to be conscious of the books we read, the shows we watch, the places we go.
I want you to speak into the phone clearly, and if you have a radio, turn it off, because your message I want everybody to hear.
And the friends we keep. The friends you understand what's going on. I continue to a certain way, but I always say, try. We could make it if we try. Just a little harder. Mr. Barker, complimenting you for a nice program. Locked on.
Yeah, man. Blessings. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I learn on the program as well. I did not even consider where Mr. Modi was coming from in terms of his upbringing, because we know the circumstances that existed in India. We know the exploitation of the British East India Company. We know the exploitation of Indian people, taking them all the way to Trinidad and other places to use them as scalp labor after emancipation. We know of the separation of Pakistan and India, and the stirring of religious hate and war between the people of Greater India. We know about that. We know about the suppression and the caste system and supremacy based on color and caste. We know about that. And we know that that is wrong. And we know that people are not qualified by the fairness or the darkness of their skin. And we collectively fight against that for the freedom of all people across the world. So blessings, we'll be back tomorrow. Take care.
Let's go pay some bills on the street 919 FM.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
You want to find something great to do with your Tuesday nights? You want to learn and understand the true reason for Jesus? Then join us every Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. for the program, This Same Jesus. This Same Jesus, the program that puts Jesus in his rightful place in our hearts and in our homes. Let's bring church home to you. Join us every Tuesday nights from 8 to 9 p.m. with your hosts, Kempes and Kevin. Be inspired, be blessed right here on the Street 91.9 FM.
Falling in love with Jesus.
This is the voice of Tuesday Seventh-day Adventist. We are preaching Emergency Alert broadcast, which is from the Tuesday Seventh-day Adventist Church. We will be featuring voices of brethren from different parts of the world, preaching the gospel, preaching prophecy as it relates to current events and the ending of the world. Listen to us on 91.9 FM every Sunday from 9:05 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Sundays. May God bless you as you learn the truth. In Jesus' name, amen.
Men, women, tired of the invasive, painful old methods of testing prostate and breasts?
The Institute of Health and Fitness Clinic and Wellness Center offers comprehensive and non-invasive diagnostic testing, which indicates the nature and extent of diseases and tests your nutritional levels. Our quick testing can identify early signs of problems by evaluating many of the bodily functions, such as male and female sexual function, gastrointestinal function, liver function, kidney function, thyroid function, heart and brain function, and also cancer testing. Results are comparable with other medical lab tests without the use of needles or embarrassing specimen cups, and is pain-free. We also offer all natural treatments. Visit us now at number 79 St. Vincent Street, Tunapuna, or call 492-7397 or 289-6363.
The time is now 8 a.m. This time check is sponsored by Lambeau Credit Union. Always here for you.
We rollin' big when the jackpot hit. We rollin' big when the jackpot hit. We rollin' big when the jackpot hit. Play way fast cash, that is the fit. We rollin' big. Fast cash and play way take win. No extra spend, just vibes and luck. Play way and fast cash turn up. We rollin', yes, we rollin' big. Fast cash and play way take win. Mega mix or monster pick. Jackpot from 10,000 quick.
Jackpot starting at $10,000 have now been added to NL